exactly be the familiar faces we're used to seeing 4 games into the season.
Hey, man.
Hey, how are
you? What's the word I'm looking for? The doors are open for any and all competitors who want to play on Saturday. I didn't think that the defense, what I saw, let me tell you what I saw every play. And I
running backs going for 9 yards.
And no one is within 20 yards of them.
Yeah.
When they get to the second or third level, I'm like, where is everybody at?
And I know people, I think there was 2 sides of the coin about the Miles Farmer comments. I know there were people that took it as, and for those of you who didn't catch his post-game interview, he essentially said, you guys in the media and the fans aren't here with us and don't know what we need to change. And to some degree,
sure.
But hold on. No. I think people looked at it that way. I don't think that's what he was saying. I think he was more trying to articulate that you've never been in a situation where a Division I running back is running full speed with an 11-yard head start straight at me, and you want to ask me about tackling.
It's not supposed to happen that way.
Yeah, I really believed, and I know there's a lot of people who are out there like,
it's subject to interpretation.
We know the situation.
I've
played Madden before in my life, or whatever,
then.
But I don't think it was, because there has been so much in this program about the fans versus the team, us versus the world. And I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to go, well, that guy doesn't love Nebraska. I don't think that's the case. I think it's a matter of, listen, there's nothing we just got beat by 35 points at home. There's nothing I can say to you that's going to make that better. Ask me about tackling. What do you want me to say? I think we're great? Because that's clearly not the case. And people are faulting him for it. That's what I don't understand. Like, what was the answer that's supposed to be? Hey, listen, we've had the best week of practice we've had since I've been here. We've heard that and then seen that performance, and he didn't like that either.
Yeah. As far as Miles Farmer, I mean, obviously frustrated. Who isn't in the state that is a fan or a player?
And I think, and this is the problem with context and tweets and limited characters, is I think that quote was also taken very out of context, because he said a lot of stuff
more
before he got to that. That was like the 11th question, and it just got highlighted.
I'm not just now realizing there's always been. You have 2 Nebraska fans. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have the realist who loves the team, loves the program, okay, but understands that there are factors that are out of our control. The other fan is support him no matter what. Get behind him.
Don't you laugh, Chance Oliver.
Get behind him. No matter how bad we lose, just support them. We support the kids. They're the ones on the field taking the beating.
There's a major difference between supporting the end at the 50-yard line and the guy making $7 million a year that is getting worse from year to year.
Thank you. To those fans who don't demand better because you just want to support them, hey, man, stay in the house, buy a dog, keep praying. Leave the change and the demanding of better to the rest of us then.
Chance, that's the show promo right there.
It may turn around to where we're talking to you all saying you're not the real fans because you're okay with this mediocrity that we've had. No, get out the way. Let us, people who see the problem and want to see change, let us handle this.
And back to Mickey for a second, because he was asked what you can do differently on defense. And he did a lot of coach speak today, and I don't want to get too much into direct quotes, but I mean, the fact that you're missing a legit gap stopper, run first defensive tackle in the middle of your defense
somewhere
is more apparent than there's 100 yards on a football field. And I don't know if you have the guys in that locker room to fix that hole. I do know that answer. Right now, on September 20th, 2022, you don't have that person. So there's not enough technique or drills in the world that are going to compensate from that. You got to find one of those dudes that have a Division I college football body and make them ready, whether it's dumbing down the system, limiting the system. I guess I should say that correctly.
There you go. That's better.
But there's another thing I wanted to ask you about, because we talked about this earlier and you brought it up last week, and Mickey was asked about this, and it was the blowout, and should we have slowed down the offense, and how did this team react to a major loss? Let me ask, and I'd love to hear a phone call on this, 402-951-1620. Did it feel any different on Saturday in a blowout loss than it has any of those other 13 losses by one digit?
No. Joel Klatt was giving the condolences talk at the end of the first quarter.
I don't understand we needed to slow the ball down so we didn't get blown out. Listen, you can lose by 14 and it feels like 35. If Nebraska if they would have taken let's take 2 or 3 scores off the board for Oklahoma. Let's say they lose by 28, 21. Would it have felt that different? Because if you're playing not to get blown out, in my opinion, just don't show up.
I mean, it's you know, I still think taking possessions away from a high power offense, which a lot of offenses are high powered against our defense right now. But if the least you can do is limit their possessions, you got to do something. I mean, is there anybody that might be second or third string on the offensive line that may have had some defensive experience in high school that can just eat up a block or two?
I don't think. And
anybody?
That's if the lack of a defensive tackle is problem one, the performance of the offensive line is 1A. Because there have been times that this offensive line, you can count 2, sometimes 3 guys that don't touch people.
Not a chip.
And it's not a screen pass.
Not a pinch. I don't know.
And there's been a lot made of the size of guys, and maybe they're too big for the positions they're at or whatever. Great. Sneeze on somebody. Like touch them in some way. I mean, fall in front of them at this point. There was a play.
Arm dragging.
There was a play where one of the offensive line, I'm not going to throw anybody in the bus. Do the research. Go rewatch the game.
Yeah.
Where one of the offensive linemen had the opportunity to block 4 people and didn't touch anybody. Literally had a guy run right by him, went to the linebacker, missed him, turned around, the safety was there, and cut back to another defensive lineman and didn't touch a soul. The lack of physical, and listen, Miles Farmer talked about it, and when he brought up, the reason we're having problems tackling is we've been playing stud and tap and two-hand touch for 4 years. And if that's the case, I really wonder how much of the lack of aggressiveness and I don't want to just harp on that, but it would be really hard to be aggressive if you're being taught not to touch people.
I mean, I've heard some really, some comments that resonated, because as much I was a defensive guy, I hated doing tackling drills, but I understood the importance of it. Right. Well,
and I think that's part of. There's been so much talk about this team doesn't feel hungry and they can't finish, and I wonder how much of that is because there's no pay. Like when you go through 2 days, and I know this is probably old guy speak, but when you go through 2 days and you're getting sick of hitting the other guy, what we didn't hear one time this year. I can't wait to hit somebody else in a different colored jersey because I've been hitting people in this. Because it's not happening. Yeah, and I wonder how much the lack of being able to close and the lack of aggressiveness and the lack of being hungry is because they're not doing anything that there's a reward at the end of you're not going through physical pain. And I'm not saying they haven't done anything, but you're not going through the process of having something deposited to pay off at the end of the week.
Right. Damon said that this morning. How they hated bye weeks under Coach Tom Osborne. Because they cranked it up, rather than give them a week to recover. Damon said they would crank it up, and it
I apologize, I didn't catch Damon showed it.
It was, and not that it wasn't productive, but that the guys, he said that's exactly what he said. He's like, the payoff was on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, whenever the game was. All that pain, and on the bye week, you didn't have that. You didn't have that release. of all the hard work throughout the week.
Is that a good thing?
It just depends.
Right.
For this team,
Probably.
I don't know.
So that might be
How injured are we? You know what I mean?
And just really
Do
quickly,
you have the bodies to do it?
AJ Allen broke his collarbone, had surgery, will be
Tough.
out the remainder of the year. They're planning on redshirting him, so some silver lining to that.
Yeah.
But you said Damon said that this morning.
This morning, yeah.
If that's the case, it's that I don't envy Mickey, because it's all going to be about how these guys specifically react. Because if it would be easy to understand the mentality of why are we killing ourselves on this bye week, and maybe that's why you're looking at younger faces, because they might not have that mentality.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're not looking at this one as a possible win on your schedule, it's going to get really scary really quickly when Indiana comes down. Hey, I'm Jimmy Allen. That's Rob Love. Chance Oliver. We're quoting Damon Benning here on 1620 The Zone. If you missed this segment, check it out. SoundCloud.com/after-hours1620 is brought to you by Caddyshack Bar and Grill. It's steak night. Stop out at Caddyshack at one of their two great locations, 117th and Blondo or 181st and Harrison. Grab a New York strip and a baked potato for just $11.99. Former Impractical Jokers star stand-up comedian Joe Gatto will be at the Orpheum on the 30th. He joins us next right here on After Hours here on 1620 The Zone.
You walk in the Valley of Kings.
Hey everyone, Rob Love here for our friends at the Strike Zone Omaha. Fall mini camps are open now. Come work on hitting, catching, pitching, even defensive skills at the Strike Zone this fall. Call 402-398-1238 or register at StrikeZoneOmaha.com today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
A record high of 100 degrees earlier this afternoon in the Omaha Metro. Very, very warm yet this evening. Skies become partly cloudy later tonight. Will eventually drop back in the lower 60s and a much cooler day on the way for Wednesday with some showers. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
After spending another summer on your deck dealing with a harsh sunshine, hot temperatures, and all-around unpleasantness, maybe it's time to start thinking about upgrading your deck to something a little finer with Forsman's Finest Decks. Forsman's Finest Decks is pretty great at building covered decks or patios to give you more shade for cookouts, hangouts, or even enjoying a game on TV. Start by booking your new deck for the spring of 2023. Family-owned, Forsman's Finest Decks are the finest decks you can find. Find Forsman's Finest Decks at forsmansfinest.com.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
It's football season. Do you really want to spend your weekend doing the honey-do list? Grab a seat on the couch and call Ace Handyman Services at 402-702-7274. Let Ace Handyman Services come out, patch that drywall, mount that TV, and fix the fence so you don't have to chase Fido down the street while your team's QB is diving for a touchdown. Ace Handyman Services, 402-702-7274. Now serving Omaha and Lincoln.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
Could your company use a fresh new marketing plan for the second half of 2022? Pixel Fire Marketing has your back. From a redesigned logo to a new website to targeting your ideal clients through audience targeting or social media marketing, Pixel Fire Marketing is your online marketing partner. If you're ready to put your best marketing foot forward, visit pixelfiremarketing.com today to take the next step. That's pixelfiremarketing.com.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail, or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car's in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mention you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Many times, Multicare Medical in Papillion sees patients who experience symptoms months after an accident has occurred. Multicare Medical is your resource for top-of-the-line care to get you back to living your life again. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back into the After Hours Lounge. This hour is brought to you by Multicare Medical, a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatment for headaches, neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain. Let them reduce the need for surgery and get you back to feeling like your old self today. Give them a call today at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation today. You're not going to need a headache if you're at the Orpheum Theater next Friday on the 30th to catch this guy, our special guest at this time, Joe Gatto. Joe, good evening. Welcome in, and we appreciate you being here.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, man.
Yeah, so you're going to be here on the 30th. You've been doing stand-up for a long time. Have you ever had the ability to have you been in Omaha previously for a show?
I have been in Omaha. Yeah, I mean, the boys performed in Omaha a couple years back. I love my Nebraska fans are always so enthusiastic. It really is really great to come there. I'm really excited, actually. I actually went to talk to at a high school not too long ago, too. I did an appearance at a high school, which was really fun.
You mentioned, obviously, you used to be a member of the Tenderloins, and you did the stuff with Impractical Jokers. You're at this point in life where you're kind of going back to your roots and doing stand-up by yourself. What do you find different about what you're doing now versus maybe in a group setting?
Well, I have to be funny, so it's all on me. There's not that, like, you can't really blame anyone else when you're up there by yourself and nothing's happening. No, it's been really fun to get to know the fans, like, because the fans know me from my time there on Jokers, and now to get to know me on a more personal level and a little bit more about me. I get to spend an hour doing stand up, making them laugh, telling them stories about my life, growing up, being a father, and of course, my time with Jokers and stories I have with all my best friends from that.
You're from Staten Island, and anybody that's been to the island, you get to see a lot of things. You get learn a lot about life pretty early. What's the biggest culture shock for you being from Staten Island? Is there a place where you went to where you're like, I'm not in New York anymore? Do you have any of those experiences?
I will say when I drove cross country in 2005. I lived in California for a little bit, and I drove back. Over 9 days, me and Murr flew out and drove back with me. And we went through Nebraska, and I didn't realize that there is so much land and just cows and power lines. And like that really blew my mind. We were just like driving, and I was like, I cannot believe like what it's like just to see this much land, because, being from New York and being in and out of cities and stuff, like, what I've seen, I've been around, there's only 3 states I haven't been to at this point in my life, but I just haven't seen, just that much of it for so long. Like when you're in the car and just driving, it just keeps going, man.
We're going to catch some flack for this from the people west of Omaha, but I tell people this all the time. If you get outside of Omaha and you fall asleep, if you wake up before you get to Colorado, it's going to look like you haven't moved. so trust me, the people that are listening to this right now can relate to that tenfold.
Do you know that? You remember that when you were younger, there was that little driving game where you just had, it was just a steering wheel and just that piece of paper just kept moving, and that was the road. That's what it feels like.
That's Nebraska. And between Colorado and Illinois, it's that game. It's not even a reel. They actually just took actual footage from our 2 states. You mentioned there's 3 states that you haven't been to. What 3 are they?
I'm actually hitting all three of them within the next 2 months. It'll be the last three left are Wyoming, North Dakota, and Montana. So I'm actually playing all three of them in the next couple months here.
If you were impressed by how much land there is in Nebraska, when you get to Wyoming, it's all like people think Nebraska's flat. It's actually pretty hilly. Wyoming, you can like basically see California if you stand in the right spot. So,
right, just going the right way. Right?
It's gorgeous up there. Enjoy that. When you get to Omaha, you said you obviously have been here before. Do you have a certain haunt that you like to stop by and eat? I know you're a big foodie. Do you have a favorite place in Omaha?
I am a huge. That's my favorite thing about touring. Like the fans know what a foodie I am. So like the week before I come, it's always like Instagram messages or tweets of like, you got to go here. We'll feed you. I have people invite me to their homes.
Hey, if you want to stop by, man, I got a grill. We'll throw some steaks on. We love
there you go. It's funny because like I'm vegetarian, so pescatarian. So like when I come to Omaha, it's like, and I used to love to eat like meat and stuff, and like I just see some steaks and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just dive back in.
I remember the good old days. Hey, we got some asparagus. We can throw some asparagus on the grill.
You'll be all right.
We asked our fans to ask you some questions, and Brock wrote in and wanted to know, what's the weirdest thing you've put your nose on?
Probably Q. No, I used to do that thing where I nose people all the time, and it started actually in high school, right? So we went to an all-boy Catholic high school, and we went on a trip to St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan, and where I got caught across Fifth Avenue at the light, and everybody else got to go, and there was a group of Asian tourists that came in, and I was just a little bit taller than most of them, so everybody just watched me from across the street while they were waiting for me, and I just kept putting my nose on all these tourists. I'd probably say that's probably up there.
The one thing I noticed on the show, it kind of felt like any time that somebody was bothered by one of you guys doing something, it always seemed to be Murr. We do a lot of sports gambling here. If you had to put an over under, how many if we put the number at 6, would it be over or under 6 lockers that Murr got shoved in high school?
It's probably you know what? It's just under. You know what's funny? Murray he got more annoying after high school. He was really popular in high school. I think he bloomed into his own. No, he was like a little, he worked on the he was like the student government and stuff. Like Murray was in there. He was doing his thing.
Sean wanted to know who smells worse, Q or Sal? It's gotta be Q, right?
No, I think they both smell perfectly fine. I think it's a tie. I will say this though, when we always we travel together on the tour bus, we were always like, okay, we all had to like shower before we came on because we didn't want to be stuck with each other that smell. So we used to like wait. If somebody woke up late, we're like, you know what, shower first, we'll wait for you because we don't want to be stuck on the bus for 6 hours what somebody's thinking.
We talk a little bit of pro wrestling on the show. We've got a couple listeners that are big pro wrestling fans as well. Sal usually wears a pro wrestling. You guys obviously had Tommy Dreamer on the show at that one point to suplex Q and all that. Are you guys all big pro wrestling fans, or is that just Sal?
Q and Sal for sure. Okay. Q is as much as Sal. Yeah, the two of them. They just had Jericho on the show a little while ago, Chris Jericho, and I know that was a big thing for Q because Q had met him a long time ago and had been a huge time Chris Jericho fan. So yeah, I think both of them are definitely wrestling. But me and Murr, not really much at all.
Gotcha. When again, September 30th, Joe Gatto will be live at the Orpheum Theater. Make sure you buy tickets now. I will be in attendance. I'm much less famous than Joe Gatto, but you can come say hi to me as well. We're very much looking forward to my in-laws are big fans of yours, and they're going to be with us as well. But as far as fan interaction, do you have a favorite story or two of people that you've met that just kind of stuck with you over the years?
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, at this point, I've been doing it a long time, and it's never lost on me. Like when you hear the stories about what you help people get through, and that's a big reason for me why I do it. But like one of my favorites is we had met, it was early on and we're doing a meet and greets, there's meet and greet available for after the show. And I met this family that came back, and it was a grandmother, a mother, her daughter, and then the granddaughter. So 3 different generations of them. Wow. The granddaughter was like 20, 21. The mother was in her 50s, and the grandmother was like, 70, late 70s. All 3 of them loved the show. All 3 of them laughed. They watched it together. And I was like, that is just so awesome to
That's the goal,
be able
right?
to go across. It's just so great to be able to, because I bonded over TV with my family. My parents, I lost my parents at a young age. And a lot of my memories are laughing with my father around the television. So it's like to be that for people is the dream. So I love that.
That's incredible. To go from good to bad for a second, we got to talk about punishments on the show. I think my favorite one personally of yours was there was a gentleman that had to put suntan lotion all over your body, and somehow he didn't know that he was on TV while he was doing it. Do you have a favorite punishment that you were a part of, and do you have a one that just makes you cringe every time you think about it?
That was the best Jedi mind trick I think I've pulled in my life. I couldn't believe I pulled that off. It was great. He was rubbing me for 22 minutes in the park. He was rubbing me for 22 minutes.
Lathering you up and just talking about his day.
Yeah, it was great. I'm not doing
today. That's one of them.
I did this slick ear removal. Like he went to look for the earpiece. I knew it was coming. I just took it down. I showed him and then I put it back in. But the thing that I don't know if it made TV was that Pete McPartland, who was the showrunner at the time, was pretty famous. He's been on the show a bunch. Yeah. He walked by and he was coming to get the guy out before we realized we were going to do the bit. So he came walking by and we had the idea to, I was like, what if we just make him do this anyway? And they're like, okay, keep him there, whatever. And then Pete didn't hear because he was off walkie and he started coming across. And then Pete came by and I just waved him. I'm like, no, it's all right, dude. Don't worry about it. It's good to see you, Pete. And he walked by and he goes, you're not filming and Pete McPartland's here? And I'm like, yeah, the office is right up the street. I was like, he's just going to the office. And he's like, that's such a coincidence. I'm like, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's yeah. Hey, can you get some more lotion on me? You obviously have been a part of some stuff that maybe you didn't want to do. Is there anyone that you were like, just maybe still gives you a little PTSD to this day?
Oh, hands down. I can't go to a baseball game. I can't catch a foul ball in a baseball game. Forget it. The baseball game thing was the most miserable experience, I think, of anyone's life that was on our TV show. We all didn't know what to do when that woman started going off. Like, it was dead silent in my ear when I was like, well, what do we do here, boys? And nobody said anything. No production, none of the guys. I was just out there by myself and I had to figure it out.
They clocked out for the day.
That was insane. But for me, it was a little weird because the woman just handed me her 2-year-old child.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't give her a baseball, but I gave her a kid back. So she got upset like I wouldn't give her a kid back.
Yeah.
It was very, very crazy.
I feel like you got the priorities list wrong there.
She ended up getting like season tickets and whatnot. She ended up meeting everybody, got things. It ended up being fine. She was a nice lady. She was just got caught up in the moment, I think.
Oh, for sure. I spent probably way too much time in my life in a bingo hall with my grandmother. So the bingo incident with Sal at the were you guys in Vegas or where were you guys?
That was in Connecticut.
Okay, yeah. I was just like, I knew what pain he was going through. Just some conversations you hear in those places make you uncomfortable anyway.
You talk about the sport. You talk about the sports betting, the over under there that we thought that was going to be one of the most violent ones. We would have all lost that bet. We couldn't believe how those blue hairs reacted. Wow, they went off.
I've told this story on air before, but a friend, we went up to Madison, Wisconsin for the first time Nebraska played Wisconsin in football after joining the Big Ten, and a legitimate 80-plus-year-old woman hit my friend with her walker while she was walking because he was a Nebraska fan and said "move" explicitive. So yeah, old people get after it, man. I mean, and I was very, very concerned for Sal's health at that time. Joe, we appreciate your time today. Good luck next Friday. We'd love to see it. It's Joe Gatto. He's going to be live from the Orpheum Theater. Make sure you get tickets today. Is there anything that you should tell the fans to know about your show before they maybe head over to the Orpheum and buy a ticket?
Yeah, I mean, come on out, have a good time. It's been great to see all the love and support I get from my fans, especially in this time when we all need some laughs. So thank you for coming out. I'm totally looking forward. Nebraska's always been good to me, so I'm looking forward to come back.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next Friday. That's Joe Gatto. Make sure you check him out at the Orpheum on the 30th, live here in Omaha, Nebraska.
That was the Who Wants to Smoke segment. If you missed it, you missed Joe's interview, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. It was brought to you by 402 Barbecue. Stop by 3027 South 84th Street, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 6. Try mine and Rob's personal favorites, the Cadillac sandwich. It's brisket, it's pork. It's topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Mention to Kelly and the team that you heard about them on After Hours. They're going to throw in a free soda with the purchase and the mention of our show. 402 Barbecue, 3027 South 84th Street. Stop by tomorrow and grab lunch. We'll be right back with our overreactions to the NFL Week 2 here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for Ace Handyman Services. Football is back. We're a couple weeks into the college season. We're 2 weeks into the NFL. If you still got that honey-do list to get done and it's taking up your time to watch football, give Ace Handyman Services a call. Call them at 402-702-7274. Have them come out, fix the drywall in your house, replace a stair, get that deck looking like brand new, fix the fence so you don't got to have to chase Fido down the street this weekend, and you can watch your favorite team score a touchdown. Call 402-702-7274 and have Turner and the team come out this weekend and take care of the honey-do list. Ace Handyman Services supporting After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less. At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
Football season is right around the corner, and with 2 convenient locations, you're not going to find a better spot to catch the game than Caddyshack. Stop by our location on 117th and Blondo or 180th and Harrison for all the college and pro football action you can handle. Tuesdays are all-day happy hour, and you can get $1 off everything. Wednesdays are 16-ounce draws for just $1.50, and Sundays we have $5 bomb shots all day long. So come out and catch your favorite team at Caddyshack.
Is that old football injury still bothering you? Stop living with it and call Multicare Medical in Papillion. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. They want to help you prevent surgery and reduce the need for pain medication with a variety of services including cell therapy, trigger point therapy, chiropractic, physical therapy, and more. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
After spending another summer on your deck dealing with a harsh sunshine, hot temperatures, and all-around unpleasantness, maybe it's time to start thinking about upgrading your deck to something a little finer with Forsman's Finest Decks. Forsman's Finest Decks is pretty great at building covered decks or patios to give you more shade for cookouts, hangouts, or even enjoying a game on TV. Start by booking your new deck for the spring of 2023. Family-owned, Forsman's Finest Decks are the finest decks you can find. Find Forsman's Finest Decks at forsmansfinest.com.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
It's football season. Do you really want to spend your weekend doing the honey-do list? Grab a seat on the couch and call Ace Handyman Services at 402-702-7274. Let Ace Handyman Services come out, patch that drywall, mount that TV, and fix the fence so you don't have to chase Fido down the street while your team's QB is diving for a touchdown. Ace Handyman Services, 402-702-7274. Now serving Omaha and Lincoln.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail. Or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car's in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mention you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
6:38 on a Tuesday edition of After Hours here on 1620 The Zone. Jimmy Allen, Rob Love, Chance Oliver in studio tonight. This hour is brought to you by Multicare Medical. They're a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatment for headaches, neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain. Let them reduce the need for surgery. Get you back to feeling like your old self today. Call 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation today. We did this last week. It was a ton of fun. We're going to do it again. We're going to make this a weekly segment. We're going to overreact to the previous week in the NFL. Chance, how was your Sunday?
Pretty good. I thought I thought my week 2 fantasy league my fantasy win was in the back, basically after the noon games got over, I thought the dub was in the bag for week 2 in fantasy. And then Cooper Rush cannot throw to their tight end, who's also injured. And you thought, oh, Dak's gone. Maybe you'll get a little more carries from Zeke. Nope. And then you thought, okay, Devontae Adams can't let me down. He had like 30 points last week. He got 2 catches. So I was
Is
kind
this
of
your
worried.
first year doing fantasy?
No,
okay.
It's my first year back in maybe 3 years, but
The,
guess who came in clutch?
402-951-1620 or at Jimmy Allen 1620 on Twitter. If you just want an extra fantasy football team, I can't do 10. I have 10 teams right now. It's so much. Sorry.
Are you selling the
No.
team?
Yeah. Who came in clutch, Chance? Sorry.
Stephon Diggs put up 44 points.
Okay, so I'm gonna piggyback off that to give my
And Buffalo's defense did incredible.
to give my first overreaction.
Go ahead.
The Buffalo Bills are the best team in the NFL.
Yes, they are.
And the caveat, I don't even think it's close. They have fixed those defensive holes. They found a way to run the ball with other people other than Josh Allen. Oh, by the way, Stephon Diggs is still really good at football.
Cousins was an idiot to choose Thielen over him 3 years ago.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll piggyback off that with my second
Oh, okay.
overreaction. The Vikings will move on from Kirk Cousins by week 8. Yes, I know that Kellen Mond is now in Cleveland, and I know that Nick Mullen was not the answer in San Francisco. You've got to find a way to move on right now. From
Garoppolo?
He ain't going anywhere. Trey Lance's
Well,
ankle's
not right
broken.
now, at the
Yeah,
end of the season.
I don't think he's going anywhere at the end of the season either. Did anybody watch the 49ers on Sunday, by the way? They once again look like a Super Bowl contender after last week. By the way, I understand that not everything was Kirk Cousins' fault. Listen, Justin Jefferson ran that horrible route behind the corner. I've never seen a pro wide receiver do that before.
He's still young.
It's communication.
But they've wasted Adam Thielen's career. They're wasting Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook's career right now.
Jared Allen's.
You have to find a way to get a serviceable quarterback in Minneapolis.
Adrian Peterson's.
Should have just stuck with Case Keenum.
That's a long list for the Vikings of careers wasted.
Overreaction?
Jets are your AFC champs.
No.
What?
It's overreaction. What do you want me to do?
You could convince me that Garrett Wilson might end up winning Rookie of the Year after his performance.
We said overreaction, not carbon monoxide leak.
Yeah. The AFC champs.
AFC champs.
You realize that Buffalo is in the same division, right?
AFC champs.
Jets, Jets,
Black
Jets.
Go. Let's go.
Probably won't even be the starter by week 5. All right. Give us a real one.
Ryan Tannehill.
Done?
Garbage. Has been garbage for a long time.
I'll piggyback off that. Derrick Henry is done. I think anything we've seen even close
That is an overreaction.
to where he's been.
For real.
I think both of those things go hand in hand because I don't think Ryan Tannehill is as good without that run game, and I don't think Derrick Henry is going to be able to provide the carrying the load portion that he's done for the Titans offense since he's been there.
One too many knee surgeries, man.
Chances Amon-Ra St. Brown the next NFL MVP?
Sure is.
Is that one of your overreactions?
I feel like I have a lot. Can I just get all of my NFC East hot takes out of the way? All right, let's go first.
Exercise.
The Eagles are winning the division.
I got that. Also.
The only challenge to them is going to be the Giants.
Mm-hmm. I have both of them in the playoffs, by the way.
The Commanders will go near 800 or 500.
Jahan Dotson could win the offensive rookie of the year.
And the Cowboys will finish last, and Mike McCarthy will be fired by week 10.
Week 10? I don't think I have him getting that far. I'm gonna parlay your NFC East takes with my AFC South takes.
Okay.
The Texans are better than we thought.
Yes.
And their record will reflect that
Better
this
than
year.
you thought.
Yeah, you were we both been Davis Mills guys, but you were very
Get
much
that
on
money.
Think you said you had them winning 8 games this year, Houston, right? Isn't that what you said? Something like that.
6 to 8, yeah.
Matt Ryan is done, and the Colts are gonna finish in the bottom 10 in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jacksonville is going to be better at the end of the season than they are at the start, and look like a playoff team, but miss. And I already gave you my Tennessee Titans take. So,
do you think Jameis Winston will play out of this funk?
I don't think it's a funk. I don't think he's good.
You just don't think he's good. I'm there too.
I think
I'm there.
I think he was good in college. I think he was a great college player.
And that's
not
fine. That's great.
Won the Heisman and national championship.
Yes.
But I don't think he loves football, and I hate saying that about guys because I know the notations that come along with it. Yeah. He just doesn't seem to enjoy. Like he never. I think he enjoys the locker room. I think he enjoys being around guys. I don't think he enjoys the rigmarole that comes with the NFL season.
Yeah, man. The by yourself knowledge of the game.
Even when they're winning, whether it be in Tampa or it be in New Orleans, he just doesn't look happy.
Yeah. So that was one of my overreactions that he would play out of the funk. But
he is playing with 4 broken vertebrae in his back, though.
He is. He's a tough kid. Aaron Rodgers, you're a slacker for not getting 16 more yards passing.
Is there any particular reason you have this on your list,
Rob? Not at all. But a 5,
Strange.
maybe a 16 parlay that
crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the NFC North, though.
Okay.
You may see an NFC finalist that is not Green Bay come out of the NFC North.
Who is that?
Yeah. The Motor City Kitties.
Woo!
Oh,
Rawr!
Built Ford tough, baby.
Let's go.
Even in a loss a week ago, it's looked different.
It's impressive.
It's looked different. Yeah. It looks organized. It looks buttoned up. DeAndre Swift looks like he's that dude.
Kneecaps.
And I tried to tell Chance, you weren't on board with this, but I tried to tell you, I thought Jared Goff was going to have a much better year too in the system.
I was on board.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna. Hey,
even said after November of last year.
Your exact response was, "Yeah, we'll see about that."
I did. I said I'm not sure he'd be around after a couple of years, but I think he did way better in the last 5.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is a superstar, and not a current superstar. DeAndre Swift is great. We were both wrong about Aiden Hutchinson.
Man,
he could definitely play in this league. But I was buying stock in the Lions before the season. I'm hammering stocks on the Lions right now. I don't know if I'm willing to crown them, but
not really an overreaction. Saquon Barkley, comeback player of the year.
I said I had him winning the rushing title. That was one
title.
That was one of my overreactions last week.
That was you, Chance, that meant, or was it you that mentioned the Giants? You said
me.
You had him in the playoffs.
I said I had him
Both
in the playoffs.
of you said made a comment.
He said that they might win the East.
Danny Dimes. Playing within his means.
Yeah, but
that's all he has to do.
If they don't get there, that's why. But I mean, listen, you've got the Cowboys that are struggling coming up next. You've got the Bears after that, and they've got their own problems. You obviously get the Packers, Ravens at that point. But then you play the Jags, the Seahawks, the Texans, the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Commanders after that before you really round out your season with the tough part with the Vikings, the Eagles. You get the Colts in that. So, I mean, there are a handful of wins there for this team, even with the struggling Daniel Jones.
Jalen Hurts' chances of winning the MVP this year?
0.
Okay.
And that's too high of a number.
Okay.
I think the Eagles make it to the playoffs and get bounced in the first rounds because of Jalen Hurts. Hot take from the fans of 1620 Zone?
No, I thought someone we knew was calling because the VIP line lit up, but it was a robocall got into the VIP line.
Have they been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty?
No, something about education and children and my money. So who cares?
Telemarketing.
To the robocalls, Chance hates kids. So, but that was our overreactions to week 2 of the NFL. If you missed them, check them out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. That segment was brought to you by Pyramid Roofing. If winter hail is taking a toll on your roof this year and you're just now getting that return check from your insurance agent, let the #1 roofer 11 straight years in Omaha come out, take care of your roofing, siding, or gutter project. Give Pyramid Roofing a call, 402-502-9300. You can check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today. Chance Oliver is going to tell us what's going on social media. We come back here on 1620 Zone.
Hey everyone, Rob Love here for Janisek Florist and Greenhouse. Are you in the doghouse right now with the lady in your life? Want to get out and save some money while doing it? Head over to omaha-florist.com. Let Janisek Florist and Greenhouse bail you out today. Use our promo code 1620 as often as you like and save $20 off each time you use it. Keep the missus happy. Don't forget omaha-florist.com. Promo code 1620 as often as you like. Use it today. Use it early. Use it often for your anniversary, her birthday, your dog's birthday, neighbor's birthday, whatever.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
It's football season. Do you really want to spend your weekend doing the honey-do list? Grab a seat on the couch and call Ace Handyman Services at 402-702-7274. Let Ace Handyman Services come out, patch that drywall, mount that TV, and fix the fence so you don't have to chase Fido down the street while your team's QB is diving for a touchdown. Ace Handyman Services, 402-702-7274. Now serving Omaha and Lincoln.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail. Or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car is in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mentioned you heard about them on After Hours. $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
Could your company use a fresh new marketing plan for the second half of 2022? Pixel Fire Marketing has your back. From a redesigned logo to a new website to targeting your ideal clients through audience targeting or social media marketing, Pixel Fire Marketing is your online marketing partner. If you're ready to put your best marketing foot forward, visit pixelfiremarketing.com today to take the next step. That's pixelfiremarketing.com.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Many times, Multicare Medical and Papillion sees patients who experience symptoms months after an accident has occurred. Multicare Medical is your resource for top-of-the-line care to get you back to living your life again. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wrapping up the first hour of the After Hours Lounge. This hour is brought to you by Multicare Medical, a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatment for headaches, neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain. Let them reduce the risk of surgery for you and get you back to feeling like your old self today. Call 402-505-7989. Schedule a complimentary consultation day. I was just on the table last week. I need to get in. I slept on my neck wrong last night. I know their chiropractors will get me on their table and get me feeling brand new today.
So should they just go ahead and set you up an appointment right now
the great thing is once you get through your consultation, Tanya and the team will just, all you got to do is just show up and they'll get you on the books. So
are you
easy peasy?
Are you a back,
Jack
stomach,
Bunny's.
or side sleeper, Jimmy?
Okay, I've been asked that several times in my life.
With kids in the bed now.
Is it stupid that I don't know the answer to that question?
No, everyone changes. Like it's
Because
different
I
based
feel
on.
like I wake up in
fair.
a different spot every day.
Fair
So
response.
yeah, I don't know.
if it's like hot out, on the back. But if it's like cold, you're gonna be on your stomach.
Where am I people that sleep with the fan?
I use white noise.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I have for the last 3 years anyway.
There you go.
Make the correlation there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know what I hate? And this is the paranoid person in me. Do you know what I hate about sleeping with a fan on?
What's that?
I hate that if like somebody were breaking into my house, I couldn't hear it.
Couldn't hear them?
Never mind the fact that I've got 2 dogs, children, an alarm system, a camera system.
But once you hear them, they can't hear you either.
That's right. Stealth mode, baby. Chance, is breaking and entering trending on Twitter today?
It actually isn't. Although
B&E.
Can you confirm that? Do you know that for sure?
I'm pretty sure it's not trending. Although what is trending would make me want to vandalize people's property.
Oh no!
Great.
Here we go. So what I'm going to do here? No, I'm going to use this as No, I'm going to use this to the scene. This is actually the extended version.
Are you a bad mother?
No. Although I would consider Gordon Ramsay a pretty bad man. This is the theme to Hell's Kitchen. I thought I'd use it to set the mood for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
All right. Mood set.
I love when you set the mood, Chance.
Exactly.
I thought you were just gonna leave it at that.
The Food and Drug Administration wants to make it clear.
The FDA.
Boiling a medication to make it much more concentrated. What are they talking about? Well, the FDA says, do not cook your chicken in NyQuil.
Is it actually NyQuil? Or is
that a thing?
No, I have seen the images. It is real. I'm not sure if this is internet clout, but apparently it is. Apparently, it is enough of a problem for the FDA to say this: boiling a medication can make it much more concentrated and even change its properties in other ways. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking could cause high levels of the drugs to enter your body.
Sort of off topic.
And can hurt your lungs.
Kind of on topic. I thought the smartest thing they ever did was come out with a ZQuil, where it's just like the melatonin effects of NyQuil. Hey, idiots. Go out and just put that on it. It's stupid regardless, but like just don't use NyQuil. There's literally a non-drug induced version of it out of the market.
Remember when we were just dragging this dude over the coals for using Sunny D for his shrimp boil?
Can we all agree that Sunny D is garbage?
I'd rather use Sunny D than NyQuil.
Some of us grew up on Sunny D because we couldn't afford
Me too,
real
and it was
orange
awful
juice.
then.
It's
It's
not
not real
greatest.
orange juice.
It didn't taste, especially after you brush your teeth. It doesn't taste the greatest, but
Why does it hurt your throat when you drink it?
Because it's acidy.
I think it's actual just acid.
Because
It
it's
could be.
or one.
It could be.
That's
or
a
one
curing.
syllable of that word.
That's it. Curing.
Tang on steroids.
It's curing weakness when it goes down your throat.
Yeah, it's pain.
There's got to be something in Sunny D though that's not in regular citrus or orange juice that breaks down.
Yeah, I think it's
the
hot garbage.
seafood.
Wow. I think that's what's inside.
Aisle 9, hot garbage.
Well, that's the point of
Says that.
citrus juice is to
Is
break
Sunny
down
D even still a
enzymes.
thing?
It is.
Yes.
It's bigger than ever. I
I
think.
can't- I don't
It's-
think
it
I've-
ain't stopping.
I can't. Is Sunny D the church wine of cooking? Then is that what we're talking about here?
The boxed wine.
Well, it's better than NyQuil.
Is it?
I mean-
There's some good
I
stuff.
think I'd
man.
rather drink NyQuil than Sunny D 100% of the time.
Dayquil isn't too bad
I
either.
think I'd rather drink rubbing alcohol than Sunny D.
You know, I was thinking when
You
they
should
said
wake up if you drink Sunny D.
breathing in the vapors of the boiling medicine. I mean, that's Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah,
That's what
they
you're
actually,
doing with that.
They don't. They actually sell the stuff you could put in humidifiers to put that in the air.
Yeah, the menthol. You can breathe it in. Like
That's the
that's
first
nothing
hour.
new.
We're talking about drugs here on 1620. So if you missed that segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/after hours.
Some chicken in the air fryer with NyQuil.
1620. The social media soundbite is always brought to you by our friends at Pixel Fire Marketing. If your business needs help with social media marketing, or maybe you just fell asleep after drinking some NyQuil and you don't know what to do with your business, and engage your brand online, get a hold of Pixel Fire Marketing at pixelfiremarketing.com. Their social media experts will ignite your social media presence, entice your ideal client, and engage your business today. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more details. We'll be right back. Tell you who the top 5 NFL MVP candidates are after week 2 here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for Forceman's Finest Deck. If you spent all summer on somebody else's patio, but you want your deck to be the spot next summer, get a hold of our friends at Forceman's Finest Deck at 402-504-2751. Let Travis and the crew come out and build you your ideal deck, put a roof over it, and make your house the go-to spot next summer. It's Forceman's Finest Decks, building the finest decks in Omaha.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail, or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car's in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mention you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
Is that old football injury still bothering you? Stop living with it and call Multicare Medical in Papillion. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. They want to help you prevent surgery and reduce the need for pain medication with a variety of services including cell therapy, trigger point therapy, chiropractic, physical therapy, and more. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
It's football season. Do you really want to spend your weekend doing the honey-do list? Grab a seat on the couch and call Ace Handyman Services at 402-702-7274. Let Ace Handyman Services come out, patch that drywall, mount that TV, and fix the fence so you don't have to chase Fido down the street while your team's QB is diving for a touchdown. Ace Handyman Services, 402-702-7274. Now serving Omaha and Lincoln.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in Monday and get an $11.99 basket of ribs. Tuesdays are all about the New York strips. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours, or grab some prime rib and a baked potato for just $11.99 on Fridays. Want to catch some live football on Sundays? Stop in and grab any burger and domestic draft beer or soda for just $11.99. Caddyshack has 2 great locations, off 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. Caddyshack, the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
Hour number 2 of the After Hours Lounge here on 16th The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Iowa Western Community College, home of the Reavers. Follow the championship sports action at GoReavers.com. Fall sports are underway over at iwcc.edu. You are getting raked across the coals for the Jets comment, by the
That's
way. The fact that people actually thought you were
Like they're actually going to be in the playoffs,
Yeah.
folks. Come on.
Apparently, people thought you were serious about that. But
Well,
hey, Joe Flacco, he's been to a Super Bowl before.
that was a good game. They came back.
His 2014 season was incredible.
They've got a 1 in 16 chance of making it.
Sauce Walker is out though, right?
Yes.
He got hurt.
Gardner,
Yeah,
Sauce Gardner.
The Gardner. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Walker.
Maybe Sauce Walker's out too. Who knows? Shout out to Sauce Walker, whoever you are. We're gonna give you our top 5
Rapper, I think.
NFL, probably. It's
think
probably
he
Lil Sauce.
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah.
Too
many sauces out there.
Top 5 NFL MVP contenders. Maybe Rob Love has Joe Flacco on his list. The comments are great right now. But we're gonna give you our top 5. Chance, you got a list tonight?
There is a Sauce Walker, but it's Sauce Walker.
Walker, yeah. So he's a rapper, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an American rapper and songwriter from Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Anyway,
who else? You always call Bryce Love
I
Bryce
get
Petty?
him. I get him confused. Bryce Love and the running back from Stanford, former running back.
Yeah.
That's Bryce Love.
Yeah. You always say that instead of Bryce Young.
Bryce
Yeah,
Young, yeah.
There you go.
That's
I guess I'm gonna
pronouns, pal.
go with. I just want to put a tie for like the receivers that are doing really well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put like a tie between Stephon Diggs, Amon-Ra, and Cooper Kupp because I know they're never gonna give it
Three-way
to
tie.
anyone who's not a quarterback. So I'll do a 3-way tie for number 5 for those 3.
You want to give your 5 or you want me to go?
You can go.
I understand that he's not going to play the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line every single week, but if he can continue to put up performances like he has, and I know it's an offensive MVP, but Micah Parsons is different.
Still. Different still.
Yeah, and by the way, he's only getting better somehow. He had 2 sacks, broke up a pass on Sunday, had 4 total tackles. I mean, they literally were taking him off the field to put him back on the field in third down situations where he could just go out there and be a special kind of athlete. If he continues, if it looks even close to the way it looked on Sunday, I know it's a far-fetched thing to say an NFL MVP will be a defensive player. He's one of those guys that you got to throw in that category just because of how much different he is. And it's changing the game every time he's out there.
Definitely.
What do you got for number 5?
I have Jalen Waddle. 240 yards, 3 TDs, 16 yards per catch.
I don't know if you know this, but Tua can't throw the ball downfield, apparently.
He struggles. He struggles getting a little velocity on depth.
I'm being sarcastic because apparently that has changed.
Facetious.
So I actually think there's something to that, though. I don't think he's got full strength yet.
That was true in the first half.
In his torso.
You know what I wonder if we didn't consider?
Okay.
What if he just didn't have the receivers to throw to?
That's possible too.
And I know they've had some talent since he's been. Obviously, Jalen Waddle helps, but I haven't seen him underthrow Tyreek Hill once. And
no. Well, and have you noticed that? Well, Tyreek's favorite route is the cross pattern all the way across the field.
Yeah,
because nobody can keep up with him.
Sideline to sideline.
Sideline to sideline. Yeah. And I mean, what you could underhand it to him as he gets behind the linebackers.
If we're just talking 9 route, you can play somebody 11 yards off him and maybe keep up with him after 20.
Right.
But if you're just going directly across the field, I don't think there's anybody in the league that can stay with him. Who do you got for number 4, Chance Oliver?
My number 4 is going to be Mr. Justin Herbert. I think my problem with having I don't have him higher than 4 because
that defense is bad.
Yeah, his team, like he's going to do all he can do, but the team around him is just going to collapse eventually. I don't think it'll be on the offense, but I will think it'll be on the defense.
They kept up with Kansas, but man, every year I try to figure out what the Chargers are missing, and I just can't put my finger on it. I mean, for a long time after, like people just thought Phillip Rivers wasn't that good. Keenan Allen can never stay healthy. Nope. I mean, they've got. You feel like that defense should be better, but I mean, Justin Herbert's got broken ribs now.
It just never is.
Keenan Allen's hurt.
Their running back is always whoever the running back is always hurt.
Like even with Khalil,
Eckler isn't hurt yet.
Right.
Like even with Khalil Mack, it's just like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, Andrew Traynor went down on their offensive line too. I mean, they've got a lot of.
And it's funny because they're doing all the right things, especially when it comes to getting O linemen to protect their franchise quarterback.
I understand they only lost by 3 to the Chiefs, It didn't feel like that though. What do you got? Who do you got for number 4?
I have Lamar Jackson, 530. Even despite the loss, that was an excellent game Sunday, by the way. Nail biter all the way to the end. 500,
And he just missed.
Yeah.
Same
Mark
problem.
Andrews,
Yep.
Mark Andrews by that much. too.
531 yards, 6 TDs, 76.5 QBR, which I still don't know how they calculate that. What variables go into calculating that? But I know 76.5 isn't bad.
I have Patrick Mahomes at 3.
Wow, that high?
At 4.
Or low, however you want to look at it.
Because I don't listen. He's going to put up the numbers.
Right.
It apparently does not matter who he throws to. Andy Reid's system with Patrick Mahomes pulling the trigger is deadly. But how much of that's going to be? That's what's expected out of him. I think a lot of times some guys that have NFL MVP type seasons that have either A, won one before, or we just expect it out of them. Which Patrick Mahomes is both of those.
Yeah.
Just get overlooked for it. So I have him at 4. And kind of off topic, did we overrate the AFC West, by the way? Because I don't think the Raiders are that good. I don't think the Broncos are that good.
I only got one. I got all my NFC East takes out of the way, but I did have more hot takes, and that was Denver is going to be last by a noticeable margin in the division.
And I agree with that.
Is Russ done? What is going on with him?
That could be one of your week 3 overreactions.
Jerry Jeudy got hurt, didn't he?
No.
He didn't get hurt? I thought he got hurt. He could just come out of the game for a second.
Russ can't cook. Kitchen's
Yeah.
closed.
Chance, number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, Patrick Mahomes.
He's good at the football.
He is good at the football.
Jerry Jeudy did get hurt. I apologize.
Yeah, I
Yes, he
thought
did.
he did.
I'm not sure I have a rational.
When you said that, I thought Cortland Sutton for some reason.
He
so
had
I
a hell of a
apologize.
game.
Yes.
But yeah.
I don't believe I have a rational explanation for this, but I just feel something off about the Chiefs that I can't quite put a finger on.
I feel the same way, and I
Like-
can't figure out what. Is it because
like it's not in.
Is it because Tyreek Hill's not there? I think that
Maybe
might
it's
be
because Tyreek. It's not quite imposter syndrome. It's just like
imposter syndrome.
It just feels like the
Nice.
window is closing and no one's ringing the alarm bell yet.
And I think a lot of that is because Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because we saw them win a Super Bowl by Patrick Mahomes just chucking up, Tyreek Hill coming down with it and winning the game, basically.
Mhm.
So the fact that that's not there, there's that unknown. Maybe it's not that there's something wrong. It's just maybe more of an unknown.
They're a mystery.
What do you have for number 3?
Rookie, Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
How many sacks did he have Sunday, Chance? I mean, did
2.
he end up with?
He got to 2.
Just two?
No, he got 3. He
He
set
got 3?
He set the all-time team record for a rookie in a game. He got to 3. That's
So
right.
he got all three. Okay, so he's sitting with 3 sacks right now. He is one of my picks, though. It depends on where the Lions end up at the regular season.
Yeah.
I know it's hard enough for a defensive player to get there anyway. And he's a rookie. We all know the rookies hit a wall like around week 10, now week 13, so if he can keep up this production, because he looked good week 1 too.
Yeah,
you never know.
He was definitely worth that.
Long shot, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I have Lamar Jackson. I have him at 3. I don't think he's this guy, and obviously his performance on Sunday speaks for itself. But they didn't get that deal done, and he said that he wouldn't enter into talks with the franchise in the middle of the season to take away from it. But what if at one point in the season he just kind of starts mailing it in to show them how bad they need him?
No.
I mean, I don't think that happens. I don't think he's that guy.
He's my fantasy QB. Don't say that.
Wouldn't be surprised if it happens, though. Chance, who do you got at number 2?
My number 2 is Lamar Jackson. We kind of saw what Hollywood Brown still has the drop season in Arizona, so I'm not going to fault Lamar.
I
for
know
any of that.
I know somebody who had I believe a 7-teamer going, and all they needed was an anytime Hollywood Brown touchdown. He cashed out on FanDuel early for that reason. It was going to pay like $8,000 too.
No, I think
He still came with pretty.
no,
penny.
like Lamar he is. I feel like he is like an equivalent to Josh Allen, but like one stat is slightly lower than Josh Allen's, and then a different stat is like slightly higher than Josh Allen.
I think they're very comparable, and I don't
Like-
think he gets enough credit.
like, I
for it.
think he's just like-
Josh Allen is a much better passer.
I think he's a better passer, but Lamar's faster than he is.
But I think Lamar does a better job of creating offense, which is crazy to
Mhm.
think about because Josh Allen does
Just
too.
like that one like TD that he rushed in was incredible.
He's special. The two things that are comparable for those two guys is the game looks different when the ball's in their hands. Whether it be throwing, whether it be running, they're just complete. They are the it factor in the NFL.
Like he's a leaf in the breeze. Like you swipe at him and he just floats away.
What do you got for number 2?
Patrick Mahomes.
Your boy Pat.
595 yards passing, 7 TDs, 82.4 QBR.
Your close personal friend, Patrick Mahomes. Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, his dad.
Patty Ice.
I was a fan of his dad's.
I have Tyreek Hill at number 2.
Whoa.
Because there was so much made. And listen, the MVP give me a guy the MVP loves a good storyline, right?
Yeah.
And there was so much made about Tua not being able to get him the ball and how much he's going to miss Patrick Mahomes. Hey, South Beach is great. It's going to only get better when it gets colder outside. It gets cold down in Kansas City. I'm not mad at Tyreek Hill, and I think he has the ability to, as a wide receiver, to win this award because A, his personality, B, the stats speak for themselves, and he is still maybe the best athlete in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Chance, who do you got number 1?
Joshua Allen, number 1.
Former Wyoming quarterback.
Former got mad at Nate Gary, but who's still in the league?
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
That was still one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That was pretty funny. But he rose above and beyond.
Yeah, he's probably got the last laugh right now, doesn't he?
Like from bulldozing that one dude last week to
he chucked him like 8 feet.
I was even having like
made Jalen Ramsey look like an idiot.
Like, there was a couple of
Jalen Ramsey does.
Can we just say that yesterday, that Monday night game, so many penalties. Oh my God.
It was like they took the over on ineligible men downfield in the Vikings game too.
Like there were so many people linemen jumping on both
sides. It was a problem in both games.
Then like a couple of Allen's throws just kind of like looked like they lost all momentum all of a sudden.
Before we get to our number ones, can I get up on
game.
Can I get up on my soapbox for
Please.
a second here?
Sure.
Cancel Thursday night football and just give us 2 Monday night games.
That'd be awesome.
I'm all in on that.
No, but Bezos paid all that money. We don't want Bezos losing money.
Oh no.
He'll be fine.
Death to Amazon Prime. Who do you have for number 1?
Joshua Allen.
Former Wyoming quarterback.
He is. 614 yards passing, 7 TDs, 87.1 QBR, which is the best in the league.
My number 1 is former Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen.
Unanimous.
Whoa.
He is that dude.
He's that
we talk about it seems like there's something missing in Kansas City. It feels like whatever was missing in Buffalo has appeared. That defense is obviously a whole lot better at this point. But
Vaughn goes a long way.
Josh Allen somehow got better. Like he just keeps getting better. If he could stay healthy, and that's a big if with how he's running the ball right now. I think that not only does Josh Allen win the NFL MVP, I think the Bills won the Super Bowl.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That was our top 5. If you missed out on it, check it out, SoundCloud.com/after-hours-1620. Find out that Rob thinks that Aiden Hutchinson is a legit NFL MVP candidate out there. It was brought to you by our friends at Janasek Florist and Greenhouse. If you're in the doghouse right now with the lady in your life and want to save yourself some money and get out of the doghouse while doing it, head over to Omaha-Florist.com. Don't forget the dash. Let Janasek Florist and Greenhouse help you out and bail you out today. Use our promo code 1620 to save $20 off your order. Keep the missus happy. Save some money. Don't forget the dash. Omaha-Florist.com. Promo code 1620. Use it today. Use it tomorrow. Use it for your mother-in-law's birthday. Use it for the dog's birthday. Whatever. Save yourself some money today. We'll be right back with Chance Oliver telling us what's going on in his life and how bad his fantasy team is going to suck going down the road. Here on 1620 The Zone. It's steak night at Caddyshack Bar and Grill. It's Jimmy Allen here for our friends at the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone. That's right. You can stop by one of Caddyshack's 2 great locations, 117th in Blondo or 181st in Harrison. Grab yourself a New York strip and a baked potato for just $11.99. Caddyshack, keeping the patrons of the After Hours Lounge quenched thirst tonight.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
A record high of 100 degrees earlier this afternoon in the Omaha Metro. Very, very warm yet this evening. Skies become partly cloudy later tonight. Will eventually drop back in the lower 60s and a much cooler day on the way for Wednesday with some showers. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
It's football season. Do you really want to spend your weekend doing the honey-do list? Grab a seat on the couch and call Ace Handyman Services at 402-702-7274. Let Ace Handyman Services come out, patch that drywall, mount that TV, and fix the fence so you don't have to chase Fido down the street while your team's QB is diving for a touchdown. Ace Handyman Services, 402-702-7274. Now serving Omaha and Lincoln.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail, or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car is in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mentioned you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Many times, Multicare Medical in Papillion sees patients who experience symptoms months after an accident has occurred. Multicare Medical is your resource for top-of-the-line care to get you back to living your life again. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Football season is right around the corner, and with 2 convenient locations, you're not going to find a better spot to catch the game than Caddyshack. Stop by our location on 117th and Blondo or 180th and Harrison for all the college and pro football action you can handle. Tuesdays are all-day happy hour, and you can get $1 off everything. Wednesdays are 16-ounce draws for just $1.50, and Sundays we have $5 bomb shots all day long. So come out and catch your favorite team at Caddyshack.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
If you change your mind,
take a chance.
I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me.
Welcome back inside the After Hours Lounge. If you're a big fan of the NFL Red Zone, let Rob Love know on Twitter at After Hours Love. This hour is brought to you by Iowa Western Community College. Visit the campus, the beautiful campus located over in Council Bluffs of the Reavers. Take a tour with one of their helpful administration staff with over 80 programs of study. You can be you at IW. Abba could only mean that Chance Oliver's got some questions in the
Dabba.
Chance, are you a subscription holder of NFL Red Zone?
I'm not. I'm what the kids colloquially refer to as poor.
If you had a choice, would you be a Sunday ticket guy or an NFL Red Zone guy?
Ticket.
Really?
And I've
You
got.
like
I
to
just
watch
want to
the
watch
whole game.
I love Chris Hansen in the.
I want to watch the
Is
Lions.
it Scott Hansen in the NFL Red Zone? Chris
You're not a
Hansen.
gambler.
Chris Hansen's the one who
Chris
catches
Hansen's
predators.
the predator guy. Yeah. Talked to him about him with Alyssa earlier. Shout out to Alyssa, Power 1069.
Shout out to Alyssa.
Okay.
No,
She never told us what her favor was. Did you realize that?
What?
She walked up and said, I have a favor. I need somebody to do me a favor. And then told us her story about the tickets.
Yeah,
to
for
to
the 12-year-old.
To Ludacris.
Yeah.
And then she never told us what the favor was she needed. Is she still here? Her show's still going, right?
She might still be in her show's probably over.
Alyssa, if you're listening, we need you to come in and tell us.
She's
what
probably
you
still in
need
her
us to
office,
do.
maybe.
Great
I don't
show.
know.
Sister Station, Power 1069.
Oh my God. Gentlemen.
Yeah. Is this a question about the NFL Red Zone?
No, I'm trying to get. I lost my train of thought because of your stupid red zone thing.
Can they sponsor the show?
No.
402-951-1620.
I guess I had a hot take, but then I thought maybe I should ask you guys first. Are the Miami Dolphins like the favorites to win the AFC East now?
No.
Really?
Buffalo Bills are still in the AFC.
Oh, sorry. Why did I?
Yeah. Chance, come on, man. Get it together.
Sorry.
I have a question.
Are they
for you guys.
second place?
I
Are
will,
they second place?
I will
My bad.
save this show and ask you guys.
Are the Bills defense
What?
good enough to stop
Jimmy.
the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, apparently.
They
look pretty great.
They literally play each other next
this
week.
We're going to get that answer.
Okay. All
I have a question
Wow. Okay.
about the NFL Red Zone.
Oh my God.
Fire away.
If you could do that job and just talk about the highlights basically of the entire day, like, does Scott Hansen have the best job in the world? He just watches football by himself. Listen, he's
Top
got,
5 at least.
He's got to hold the bathroom breaks, but they don't do any commercials. And all he does is just sit there and watches the best plays from the day and recaps it at the end.
And gets really excited.
Scott, if you need a day off, at Jimmy Allen 1620 on Twitter, I will do that job. Probably not nearly as good, but
Well, he literally only has to
my
do it
God.
once a week.
yeah, he does an amazing job.
What do you think he
I'm-
does the other 5?
Probably just brushes up on players' names. Players' names.
Drinks a lot of water and lemon juice.
Ugh, God, I hate lemon
Keep
in my
that
water.
voice
I
golden.
hate lemon in my water.
You're not like a fruit in the water guy?
I don't like. You can give me like it's not a fruit. But
Little
you can give
lemon
me a-
zest.
You can give me a
Some Mio?
cucumber. You can go with that.
Okay. That's
I mean,
that
I'd
works.
rather just have just the water, but whatever.
What about a fruit and vodka guy?
When I drank, I was a big vodka, lemonade, vodka, Red Bull, vodka,
Because
vodka.
Vodka goes with anything, really.
a friend, my roommate and
I don't like
friend,
it with pop, soda, whatever you want to call it.
Sody Pop, my friend
Right,
Owen,
7-Up.
he was he
Yeah,
got
I guess
his
I would do that.
he got his pineapple vodka ready
Yeah.
about 6 days ahead of time.
Tell him to try pineapple in Malibu.
In Malibu?
It's
Coconut rum.
Yeah, so basically he had
it's
one
a
of
game breaker.
had
But
one of
you got to
those-
get lemon with it though. Lemon in the drink.
yeah, he was
Not
having
lemon,
a
lime. Sorry, lime. Apologies.
he was having a Dungeons and Dragons get together. And
People drink at those?
oh, do they?
I think I'd have to be drunk to play Dungeons and Dragons.
You know
Shout out
what's
to my
surprising
Shout out
me?
to my brother-in-law Tom. Big
A lot
Dungeons
of
and
people I've
Dragons
met
guy.
in college, just independent of each other, play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's like becoming like a thing. Like
Yeah,
it's
way to
been
go,
a thing
making
for
a
a while,
comeback?
but like it's
A
becoming like
resurgence?
mainstream. Like people like are just
Thanks a lot, Stranger
I
Things.
remember
that. I think like the World of Warcraft community has a lot to do with it.
And there's a Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
movie coming out that has Chris Pine in it.
Love Chris.
I remember the arcade version game, not the RPG video game
Mhm.
that we have now, like on PlayStation, whatever. The actual arcade version,
For
which is
Warcraft?
like animated.
I'm gonna tell you this: if I show up to
It was
play
pretty
Dungeons and
cool.
Dragons the first time in my life, and somebody's not dressed as a monk, I'm leaving. I need to be all in.
With
I
the
need
Friar
I need,
Tuck
I need
haircut.
yeah, maybe it'll be me. I need I need characters. I need you to be dressed up. I need
Well, I
I need,
mean,
I need you to be all
Oh,
in.
hold on. You're not doing that for your House of the Dragon watch parties every Sunday?
God, I love House. Are you watching?
Yeah, we
How great
literally
is this show?
our friends get together, have a pizza at our place every Sunday for the last 5 weeks.
Isn't being an adult cool, Chance?
It's so great. I don't have to tell my mom anyone's coming over.
You can go to bed when you want.
Exactly. Although I kind of did that.
You're not
anyway.
a Game of Thrones guy, right? You're
Nah,
House of the Dragon's amazing. Who's your favorite character?
I might binge watch.
My favorite character?
You got to watch Game of Thrones first.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think
Even
my
though House of the Dragons is the prequel.
I'm not sure I have a favorite in House of the Dragon yet.
What?
I was gonna.
It's not Damon.
Damon is probably. I don't know. Damon did something weird 2 episodes ago. That
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to like him anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but if
Everyone's
if you
just-
watch Game of Thrones, you knew that though. If
I
you're
knew
paying attention.
I knew that. I'm just saying is all. I guess shout out to King Viserys for making it this long.
Yeah, I didn't think
I can't
that was
believe he's still around.
Did you watch the preview for next week?
Yes, I did.
Are you confused like that they're jumping that quickly through the time frame?
Yeah, it's all the new actors.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a time jump.
I purposely didn't do any research on this show because I knew I read all the books.
Yeah,
and I basically knew the history of what was going on. So a friend of mine sent me the Targaryen family tree photo, and that is on the second page of Fire and Ice, the book, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, "Wow, man! Spoiler alert!" And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like I made him feel horrible about it.
No,
and I was like, then I sent him a screenshot of the second page. Of
Well,
the
the funny thing is like the Dance of Dragons that this is based off of
Yes.
is like a thing George wrote. Like, while he should have been writing the sequels to Game of Thrones, he just
Yes.
wrote this instead.
Which nobody's mad about. By the way,
Is
George.
like it covers the span of decades of like the Targaryens.
See, and I didn't realize that.
It's a very all encompassing. Is like babies are adults, and
Yeah.
like adults are long gone at the end. It's incredible. I like it so much.
I'm a big fan of the series. If you haven't caught House of the Dragon, highly recommend it. Check out the NFL Red Zone as well.
Please. Top
Yes, sir.
5 prequels of all time.
Prequel. Ooh. Tomorrow night. Let's do it.
There you
Top
go.
5 prequels of all
Okay.
time here on 1620 The Zone. If you missed that segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/after-hours1620. It was brought to you by Forsman's Finest Deck. Stop spending next summer on a crappy porch. Have the finest deck in Omaha built for you by Forsman's Finest. Have Travis and the crew come out. Give them a call at 402-504-2751. If you already have a deck, you just want to upgrade, they can also put a roof over that. They can do a whole lot more. Give them a call tonight, 402-504-2751. Forsman's Finest Decks, the finest decks in Omaha. We'll be right back talking to Brian Munson from Husker Online here on 1620 The Zone.
Hey everyone, Rob Love here for Pyramid Roofing. If wind or hail has already taken a toll on your roof this year, let the number one roofer in Omaha 11 straight years come take care of your roofing, siding, or gutter project. Give Pyramid Roofing a call at 402-502-9300 or check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today.
Did you forget your wife's birthday? Did this commercial remind you that it's tomorrow? No problem. Janisek Florist and Greenhouse has you covered. Head over to omaha-florist.com and use promo code 1620. Not only will Janisek Florist and Greenhouse make sure your order is there and make the missus believe you never forgot, but you can also use that promo code on your next order. Anniversaries, birthdays, Janisek has you covered. Janisek Florist and Greenhouse, bailing out men since 1913.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
Is that old football injury still bothering you? Stop living with it and call Multicare Medical in Papillion. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. They want to help you prevent surgery and reduce the need for pain medication with a variety of services including cell therapy, trigger point therapy, chiropractic, physical therapy, and more. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Could your company use a fresh new marketing plan for the second half of 2022? Pixel Fire Marketing has your back. From a redesigned logo to a new website to targeting your ideal clients through audience targeting or social media marketing, Pixel Fire Marketing is your online marketing partner. If you're ready to put your best marketing foot forward, visit pixelfiremarketing.com today to take the next step. That's pixelfiremarketing.com.
After spending another summer on your deck dealing with a harsh sunshine, hot temperatures, and all-around unpleasantness, maybe it's time to start thinking about upgrading your deck to something a little finer with Forsman's Finest Decks. Forsman's Finest Decks is pretty great at building covered decks or patios to give you more shade for cookouts, hangouts, or even enjoying a game on TV. Start by booking your new deck for the spring of 2023. Family-owned, Forsman's Finest Decks are the finest decks you can find. Find Forsman's Finest Decks at forsmansfinest.com.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in Monday and get an $11.99 basket of ribs. Tuesdays are all about the New York strips. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours, or grab some prime rib and a baked potato for just $11.99 on Fridays. Want to catch some live football on Sundays? Stop in and grab any burger and domestic draft beer or soda for just $11.99. Caddyshack has 2 great locations, off 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. Caddyshack, the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail. Or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car's in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mentioned you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
If the baseball player in your life isn't getting everything they can out of their experience on the diamond, come check out the Strike Zone Omaha's group lessons, where they can sharpen all their skills, from hitting to catching, even their technique on the mound. If you're already a Strike Zone member, lessons are only $25 per group lesson. If not, it's not too late to sign up for a year-long membership. Call 402-398-1238 and register today. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
$7:35 on a Tuesday edition of the After Hours Lunch Hour is brought to you by Iowa Western Community College, home of the Reavers. Follow the championship sports section at GoReavers.com. Fall sports are underway over at IWCC. We're bringing in the cleanup hitter of the After Hours Lunch, Brian Munson from Husker Online and On3. B. Muntz, good evening, sir. How are you?
Hey, boys, what's up?
We get a W tonight?
We got the dub. We
There
are
we go.
undefeated, 4-0. This was a shutout, too. I mean, really weird scoring because, it's actually 2 points for a kicked PAT.
Correct.
And we had some misses and stuff like that. So I think it was 39-0.
And how old are they? How old are they?
So this is 7th grader. So
That's
this is
what I
my
thought.
youngest kid. So
Yeah.
he's playing this. So this is how wildly different my 2 kids are. So obviously, oldest one played college wide receiver. Youngest one starting left tackle.
There you go.
We
In the trenches.
Yeah, so it's different, man, because oldest one's been talking back for years and years and years, and I've been like, I don't know if I do it to that one, man. I think he's gonna be bigger than you are.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Maybe not winning that fight at the age of 20 like he was at age 16. Brian, obviously we have the gift that keeps on giving, 45 minutes away from us down in Lincoln. We talked to you on Sunday about it. Obviously, we didn't dive too much into Cameron Lenhart's decision to decommit. It seems like the floodgates maybe be ready to open with the White Boodle, talking about how Eric Shenander was his guy. Can you talk about the loss of Coach Shenander, what it means for the recruiting trail, and what it means for this recruiting class that's currently committed specifically?
Well, I definitely think that there's an impact. I mean, clearly Mickey Joseph and his staff are trying their best to minimize that impact. They are getting out to see the other in-state commitments this week, which would be Benjamin Bramer and Brock Knudsen for starters. They're going to be out at Amari and Miller's game, on Friday night in Monroe. They'll be at Jaden Doss's game on Saturday. Bill Bush will be there. That being said, I mean, Shenander, he was a pretty active dude on the recruiting trail. I mean, it's not just for this class, but that was kind of front door for a guy like Caleb Bennett too, 2024 guy there in Omaha. So, it's certainly something that's going to have an impact. It has had an impact, with Lenhart, jumping out of the class, Dwight Boodle, mentioning that was his guy, his front door. And it's going to be one of those things, obviously, that I think some of these guys now, like what Boodle had gone on to say, it's like, I'm in a holding pattern. I want to figure out what's going to happen with Nebraska. I'm still committed with Nebraska. I still like Nebraska, but I need some stability. And right now, Nebraska is just not the face of stability when it comes to, coaching changes or a program that's going to go out there and knock off a tough opponent. But they may be the face of a program that you could see improvement with under the guidance of Coach Joseph. And like what Coach Joseph said today in his press conference, they don't feel like they're just there to go down with the ship. They're trying their best to do what's the right thing for the program. So it's not something that we talk about a whole lot ever when you have a change in the coaching staff. Usually those things just stop. They keep the official visits for the next group, and they just kind of sit there and stop, and they just tell the recruits, I don't know what to tell you. Something's going to happen at some point. I don't know if I'm going to be retained or whatever. These guys are working like they're going to be there next year. So my hat's off to them in a lot of different ways. I mean, that's pretty admirable.
Flip side of all that, Bill Busch has been upgraded to the new defensive coordinator. He is thought to be one of the better recruiters on the staff. How do you think things could end in a positive for that side of the ball on the recruiting trail if the staff is somewhat retained?
Well, I think the biggest positive that's there is the relationship that Bill Busch has with Mickey Joseph.
Yeah.
Those guys obviously were at LSU together. They have a way of, obviously, according to Coach Joseph today, they have a way of communicating with one another, communicating in a way that oftentimes it doesn't seem like they get along, but that's just their competitive nature, and that's just the way that they're talking, back to one another and trying to get something done. So I think the benefit there, obviously, is that these guys have worked before together in the past. They're both former Husker, both actually, not necessarily former Husker with Bill Busch, but has been there before, coached there before, has a pride there about Nebraska, from Nebraska. And Coach Joseph, obviously, having played for Nebraska and now the head coach, I think that's a really good fit, and Coach Busch has been on that side of the football, man. He's seen different spots, when it comes to the defense, and he's been in some places where they've had some dudes and they had some really good defenses. So he knows what he's looking for. He knows what Coach Joseph's looking for, and I think it starts with effort. And I think that's something that they're going to start getting to when you start talking about the younger guys and getting a good look at them and see what they look like on film a little bit. I think they're trying to find the guys who want it, and I think that's one of the things they're going to be trying to get at this week when it comes to practice.
When you talk about a coach losing its job, I think the initial reaction is just doom and gloom, and how do we keep this recruiting this recruiting class together? But some of the names that are being thrown out there for the Nebraska job, Mark Stoops, Matt Campbell, Bill O'Brien, et cetera, some pretty big time names, some pretty big time recruiters. Have you heard anything on the recruiting trail of, hey, we're really interested in Nebraska, but we're hearing that so-and-so may be on their way there, and that's making us more interested? Or has that kind of taken a back burner?
Not heard that at all. In fact, I caught up with the one of the new guys that got the offer yesterday. So there's 2 new offers that were extended yesterday, which were, I think it's even a little bit more, strange or surprising, that a staff is offering new guys. But Brandon Baker from Santa Ana, California, basically said, look, I'm just, clearly they're going through some changes. They're going to be making some more changes there potentially. And he has to wait it out and just kind of figure out what's going to happen out there. And that was basically Coach Raiola's words back to him. So he was just kind of regurgitating it back to me. So I have not heard anything about, well, we think things are trending this way, and that would really make us interested in becoming a future Husker. That nothing like that has been said to me yet on the phone by potential recruits.
Mickey said today that they're selling the University of Nebraska, and most guys in this class are all in for that reason. Do you see it that way, Brian?
I do. This is coming from the aspect of a parent, the aspect of a guy that's had a son that's gone through a similar process. You got to put coaching somewhere in the equation when it comes to your decision. But it's not all about the coaches that are there at the university. You've got to figure out schools, especially that going to your and you've got to figure out and prioritize those things, right. Because if you're really being serious about things, unless you're going to go to Oregon, but the one thing that's going to be the most fluid, about your career potentially is the coaching staff. I mean, at Oregon, it's about like, hey, what jerseys are we going to? I mean, that's really what it comes down to at Oregon. But when it comes to playing college football, the chances, that there's the biggest chance that something is going to not be the same the day that you choose to commit is going to be who you commit to, and that's something that you don't want to base your entire decision around that. You don't want to base the majority of it around that. Even if you're a guy that doesn't plan on being in college because you can go pro in 3 years, doesn't matter. You need to make a sound decision. And to me, that really starts with, picking a school because you see yourself there, you love the location, you see yourself there academically without doing the athletics, and coaching and team and all that stuff kind of comes into the equation. But it's a little bit further down that list, man. You got to be comfortable with your surroundings, otherwise you're just not ever going to get, fully involved with what's kind of going on around you.
Brian Munson from Husker Online joining us here on After Hours. It feels like every day there's a new video or story about the previous coaching staff or things that went on while Coach Frost was still here, or just something that's happened in the last 5 years. Have you seen this video of players drinking in Dublin the night before the game? And what do you make of it?
Oh, yeah. So I saw that video, and obviously it's on the surface, it's pretty cringeworthy. But I spoke to someone who was there, and I think that video, from the optic that you're getting that 15-second little sway around, people don't understand. I mean, they had just finished up a tour. That they were allowed one Guinness, and they were all back in their hotel by 8 o'clock.
Oh,
they were all back home by 8 o'clock. So there were multiple things that happened socially, sightseeing wise. They went and saw an old prison or an old jail, and then they went to a bus tour of Dublin, and then they did the factory tour. And when they wrapped it up, you get your complimentary, and then you go on. And those guys were back in the hotel by 8 o'clock. It looked worse, a lot worse than really what it was. And I think that's just where Nebraska fans are, some of them anyway, about continuing to want to try to find other ways to kind of, throw Scott Frost under the bus here a little bit. The guy's already been fired.
Yeah.
And
isn't coming back.
Has moved on. Yeah. And Mickey Joseph, it's about getting behind the guy that's there currently, because those guys are trying to work. And I think that's where the attention for Nebraska fans really needs to shift its focus.
Speaking of enjoying a Guinness, what time did the party end in the Munson household last night?
Honestly, I was pretty stoked about things. And I remember seeing the number 1200 hit my phone and said, and I got an early wake up tomorrow. I got an 8 o'clock call. I was like, oh, this is, but no adult beverages. I'm not like that. I don't typically partake in that stuff. I don't do it in my house anyway. But yeah, we were certainly up late last night, very ecstatic about how the Bills played. But it looks like they're worthy of the hype, at least right now. So interested to see how the rest of the season plays.
Yeah, Josh Allen only went 26 for 38 for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns, no picks. No big deal. I mean, he's all right. He's pretty good.
I tell you what, I'm more thrilled about that defense because typically Henry tears up the Bills. He really just runs them over, and I thought maybe he might get going after that touchdown run, but Buffalo has really beefed up front, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they kind of keep that kind of going, because their defense right now is very, very stout.
He averaged less than 2 yards of carry last night. King Henry did.
Yep.
Not a good look for the Titans. It's always good look over at Husker Online, though. That's where you can find all of Brian Munson's work. B. Munson, we appreciate it. We'll catch up with you next week.
Have a great night, guys. We'll see you.
If you missed Brian's segment, want to find out what he thinks about people drinking Guinness in Ireland, check it out at SoundCloud.com/afterhours1620. That segment was brought to you by the Strike Zone Omaha. If your son or daughter needs help this fall, get them involved in fall camps at the Strike Zone. Make sure you stop by and buy yourself a membership, and you can get discounts on training camps all year long. Get the player in your life the much-needed skill work in those winter months. Call 402-398-1238 or check out StrikeZoneOmaha.com to register today. We'll be right back winning you some money on 1620 The Zone. Hey, Hey, everybody, Jimmy Allen here for our friends at ASAP Plumbing and Appliance. If you've got an appliance in your house that's leaking or maybe not up to snuff, maybe you just need that drain snaked, ASAP Appliance and Plumbing can do all that and more. Give them a call tonight at 402-706-9931. Have them come out as soon as possible. It's ASAP Plumbing and Appliance.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less. At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding career in just 2 years or less. Our caring admissions advisors and expert faculty are accessible and ready to help you find yourself and your career. Come explore your interests, your passion. Now is the time to be you at IW. Call 325-3277 today or log on at iwcc.edu.
Did you forget your wife's birthday? Did this commercial remind you that it's tomorrow? No problem. Janisek Florist and Greenhouse has you covered. Head over to omaha-florist.com and use promo code 1620. Not only will Janisek Florist and Greenhouse make sure your order is there and make the missus believe you never forgot, but you can also use that promo code on your next order. Anniversaries, birthdays, Janisek has you covered. Janisek Florist and Greenhouse, bailing out men since 1913. What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
We all have that family member who doesn't check the weather and their car gets dinged up by hail. Or they turn left on Dodge and bam, their car's in the shop. Well, stop over at 20th and Broadway next to Tobacco Hut in Council Bluffs at Jeff's Body Shop and mention you heard about them on After Hours. They'll take $100 off your visit, help meet your deductible, and get you back on the road tonight. Jeff's Body Shop, 20th and Broadway in Council Bluffs. Call to set up an appointment at 712-256-0552.
Could your company use a fresh new marketing plan for the second half of 2022? Pixel Fire Marketing has your back. From a redesigned logo to a new website to targeting your ideal clients through audience targeting or social media marketing, Pixel Fire Marketing is your online marketing partner. If you're ready to put your best marketing foot forward, visit pixelfiremarketing.com today to take the next step. That's pixelfiremarketing.com.
Football season is right around the corner, and with 2 convenient locations, you're not going to find a better spot to catch the game than Caddyshack. Stop by our location on 117th and Blondo or 180th and Harrison for all the college and pro football action you can handle. Tuesdays are all-day happy hour, and you can get $1 off everything. Wednesdays are 16-ounce draws for just $1.50, and Sundays we have $5 bomb shots all day long. So come out and catch your favorite team at Caddyshack.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Many times, Multicare Medical and Papillion sees patients who experience symptoms months after an accident has occurred. Multicare Medical is your resource for top-of-the-line care to get you back to living your life again. Multicare Medical is a full-service pain management clinic offering state-of-the-art treatments for headaches, neck and back, shoulder and knee pain. Call Multicare Medical at 402-505-7989 to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Wrapping things up at 7:52 on a Tuesday night inside the After Hours. Lunch Hours brought to you by Iowa Western Community College. Visit their beautiful campus located over in Council Bluffs and take a tour with one of their helpful administration staff. More than 80 programs of study over at Iowa Western. Be you at IW. Just running down real quick. Chance went 2-1. Rob went a whopping 0-3 after he went 15-0. And then I went 1-2. We'll try to do better tonight. Chance, what do you got for us?
I've got the St. Louis Cardinals on the road as 1.5 run favorites against the Padres. Give me the Mariners, also a road favorite at Oakland, -1.5 runs, and give me the Dodgers of Los Angeles at home, 1.5 run favorite against the Diamondbacks.
Rob Love.
I'm going Mariners on the money line. I'm going Cardinals on the money line. And I am also going Dodgers on the run line.
On the run line. So they're the Dodgers, the favorites. I'm assuming.
Doubleheader, yep.
Yeah, against the Diamondbacks. I am going to go all baseball as well because it's Tuesday night. We're going to have to get pretty creative here when we get to the fall months. But I'm going to go with the I'll take the Mariners -1.5 against the A's. I'm going to take the under in that game of 7. I think it's going to be like a 3-1, 4-0 type game out there in Oakland, Alameda. And then I'll take the Cardinals on the money line over the Padres as well. Adam Wainwright on the mound tonight. I will take the After Hours Lounge on the money line as well. If you missed any of it, check it out, soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. That segment was brought to you by Ace Handyman Services. We just gave you some picks. If you want to be able to watch those games either tonight or if there's a doubleheader tomorrow you want to catch, you don't want to do the honey-do list while you're doing it, give Ace Handyman Services a call, 402-702-7274. Let Turner and Sherry and the crew come out and fix the drywall, replace the deck piece that's missing. If you have a chain link missing on your fence, they can repair all that and more. Or if you just need to hang some TVs in your house like I had them come out and do for us, that's right. They hung 3 TVs and a 200-inch projection screen in my basement. It's Ace Handyman Services. Give them a call tonight, 402-702-7274. Let Turner and the crew come out and get through that honey-do list for you tonight. For Chance Oliver, Rob Love, I'm Jimmy Allen. It's late night. Make sure you celebrate a happy National Pepperoni Pizza Day here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everybody, Jimmy Allen here for ASAP Plumbing and Appliance Repair. If I just bought a house, when we bought the house, there was a refrigerator. The fridge kept leaking. We couldn't figure out why. We had ASAP Plumbing and Appliance come out. They took a look at the fridge, repaired it, got what was stuck in the drain out, and our ice maker stopped draining out on our floor. We didn't have to get a new refrigerator. Have them save you some money too. Have them come out. 402-706-9931. It's ASAP Plumbing and Appliance and Repair. Have them come out as soon as possible.
At Iowa Western, your passion can quickly become your career. With more than 80 programs of study, we can put you on the right path to a rewarding